Hey guys, Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. In today's video, we will be discussing XRP, HBAR, and DAG. Let's kick it off. Alright guys, let's kick it off. So we can see the XRP metrics currently on ripple.com, 0.0007. Absolutely beautiful. You can watch this network transaction fee sometimes change in real time. Now it's only 0.001. Either way, when the global remittance fees across the board for cross-border payments is 6 to 7%. That's the global average. And this will also change between 3 to 5 seconds and then 1500 TPS transactions per second. However, XRP can actually scale, leveraging payment channels to up to 70,000 transactions per second. HBAR, you can see 10,000 plus transactions. XRP can scale with payment channels up. However, HBAR, I'd imagine, can scale significantly higher as well because it is a directed acyclic graph, or a DAG. Notice 0.0001 per transaction. 3 to 5 seconds with finality. Comparing it to any, first-gen Bitcoin or even second-generation Ethereum, there's no competition. Blockchains are just slower than what directed acyclic graphs can offer. Same thing with Constellation Network. They are also built on a DAG, which means that they can essentially scale infinitely in terms of transactions per second, as well as the network is essentially feeless. Whether it's 1,000th of a penny or 1,000,000th of a penny, it's essentially free to operate everything. Now, I was tweeting this and I made a big thread just so everybody could see this, and this is on xrpl.org, and I want to highlight a few things. So as we know, typical TPS for the XRP ledger is about 1,500 transactions per second. You can see with Ethereum, whether it's 10 to 15, and then even Bitcoin, even if you wanted to say 3 to 10 TPS, there's no competition. Nobody in the Internet of Value, even the Internet of Everything, or Web3, will be paying over $1 for any type of transaction. My buddy Mr. Digital Dive says this a lot. Can you imagine liking a tweet or sharing something online and it costing $1? Absolutely not. We are going to be going en route to near zero transactions for everything. Any successful L1 or L0 protocol or network that will be adopted in the future will have an average fee of less than a penny. There is simply no other way. So yes, Bitcoin continues to be a store of value. Maybe even Ethereum becomes a big store of value in the future because it really is the second gen of Bitcoin. However, we cannot turn a blind eye to these other growing networks that have governing councils that are behemoths or some of the largest central banks. And although there may be something someday that comes out and is maybe more efficient or faster than XRP or HBAR, I'm personally not very concerned because they already have a multi-year head start in terms of development, in terms of proof of concepts with real partners. So that's also a big thing. If you guys find some crypto that's, worth 1,000,000th of a penny and you said, hey, it's infinitely scalable, it's so fast, I'm not going to be super impressed because keep in mind, the XRP ledger already has 60 million plus ledgers closed without an error ever. The network uptime is so important, and banks by nature are very, very conservative and cautious. So with XRP, already trialed and tested by some of the world's leading banks and FIs, that is something that will be adopted. In XRP, the XRP ledger has already sent over several $1 billion for real customers, not me and you, not peer-to-peer, actual utility for financial institutions. So although the current price may not be the most fun to look at, when in doubt, zoom out and focus on the big picture. Are these technologies solving an issue? Who are their competitors? Are these seeing adoption? We just saw a $5 billion grant for Hedera. This is a war chest, and I cannot bet against these organizations and any others that are making moves like them. Looking at this payment channel, we can see payment channel is one of many cool features, and the XRP ledger has many feature-rich abilities that a lot of people aren't aware of. It's not just XRP. You can see a variety of payment types. You can see that you can issue currencies. It has its own DEX on the network. There's some very cool things about this. So anyways, here's the research report that shows the ability to create over 100,000 signatures per second, and they actually are able to verify over 70,000 per second. 70,000 TPS on commodity hardware. But guess what? This is back in 2011. How far have we come since then? I wonder. So going through this, just wanted to highlight 70,000 per second. Yes, this is with a payment channel. Either way, 1,500 TPS runs laps around ETH and Bitcoin. Even their other scaling solutions will not even come close. And I'm rooting for ETH. I hold it. It's not going anywhere. I'm just saying for cross-border payments, you have to look at something that's a bit more efficient. So just wanted to confirm, can verify 70,000 TPS, even on Ripple's website. I have the link right up here on the top right. Source, 65,000 transactions per second as of July 15th, 2019. So XRP consistently handles 1500 TPS 24/7 and can scale to handle the same throughput as Visa. So 65K, 70K, etc. Very interesting. That's why I'm also interested in Casper Labs, the final evolution of Ethereum with predictable gas fees. So you can decide yes or no if it's even worth your time. Or even the XRP ledger, Interledger, they have path-finding solutions to use liquidity or kind of map out and gauge liquidity to find the most efficient route. Just like sending IP packets over the internet today. We're going to be sending value the same way. So this is going to be a lot cheaper than a 6 to 7% fee for a single transaction, which is laughable. So Bitcoin and Ether still are essentially kind of running laps around the current landscape as well, to an extent. You can always learn more at xrpl.org. I'm trying not to have tunnel vision, but we have to understand which technologies are already adopted and being used by real FIs. And there's a reason that Ripple is facing the SEC, the final boss in this lawsuit. And of course, you can come to ripple.com/XRP and keep an eye on everything. As you can see, 68 million ledgers closed without issue since inception. Established in 2012. Remember, it's carbon neutral. Algorand is carbon negative. These guys are some of the first major blockchains to be focused on energy consumption and eco-friendliness. So yeah, right here, 7-year track record of stable technology and governance makes it ready for institutional and enterprise use. And I agree. Banks are not going to adopt something that just came out, the new kid on the block, that's only been out for a year. They need to be tried and true. They cannot afford to lose billions or trillions of dollars or pay high fees on them. We need a distributed network. And even if RippleNet, some people say, oh, well, it's controlled by institutions. Yes, but it's not going through the main three today. The main three control 80% of all cross-border transfers. That is what I like to call centralized. Will it be fully decentralized sunshine and rainbow someday? I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot more distributed, though. And that is the benefit. Overall, leveling the playing field and getting those fees from 6 to 7% to under a penny, helping everyday people. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not a maximalist, I hold a bunch of assets. I just wanted to share a few facts because I feel like there's so much FUD and so much information is diluted across the board. So remember, it is run by a decentralized network of over 150 validators globally. So are there other more decentralized solutions? Well, hell, even Bitcoin is rather centralized, whether it's mining in China or even Texas. They're always just trying to aim to find that balance or that equilibrium between centralization and full decentralization. Okay, stick around for this one, guys. So XRP millionaires are increasing their holdings despite challenges. They've improved their wallet sizes by over 6% in the past several months. So the large addresses are accumulating these dips and buying more. So far, another 13 million coins in the last 3 months. Smart money's buying the dips, accumulating whenever possible. And remember that any other crypto asset would never survive this type of scrutiny and still remain in the top 10 after a full year of battling the final boss, the SEC. We are getting closer than ever before. Please recall the top 10 Bitwise index, which could also serve as a massive catalyst when settlement does in fact occur, adding a couple $100 million in buying pressure for XRP when all the exchanges relisted. That is something directly from Real Vision Finance as well, a very well-known macro investor who holds XRP, Ethereum, and QNT. And when XRP, the digital asset, inevitably performs after so much oppression and suppression, I cannot wait to watch all the bandwagoners that bashed it talk about XRP like they supported it all along after settlement. I'm positioned beforehand. If it goes lower, I buy more. Okay, next up. So Microsoft joins this group. They're a founding member of Space Isaac, ISAC. Who is this group and who else joined them? That's the first DLT network. You guessed it, Constellation network, guys, of DAG, which is also built on a directed acyclic graph, and their protocol, the Hypergraph Transfer Protocol. They were the first DLT network to join the Space Information Sharing and Analysis Center, alongside groups like Microsoft and Lockheed Martin. You may have heard of them. To help advance the protection of space-based critical assets vital to government agencies and the global economy. I'm thinking satellites. Right here as well, Lockheed Martin, Constellation, a new addition is a decentralized solution to cybersecurity utilizing a DAG to deliver a fast and endlessly scalable architecture. As we know, we're talking about this at the beginning of this year, already in partnership with the United States Air Force. And remember, the world's only blockchain tech designed for big data. And why are they partnered with the Department of Defense in these organizations like the Air Force? Because they are the #1 producer of big data in the world. So they need a decentralized protocol to help secure and transact this information. That's of course distributed. I also operate a DAG node on Constellation's network. Be sure to keep an eye on this asset in the years ahead. See, Space Isaac members are leading in the global space community, announcing Microsoft. And there's a few other founding members listed right here. Lockheed Martin. We can see SES, the world's only multi-orbit constellation of satellites. With a unique combination of global coverage and high performance. How are they going to be securing these types of technologies and IoT devices? We can see right on Space Isaac's website as you scroll down for upcoming events, and I know this was a few months ago, Mr. Benjamin Diggles of Constellation, and you can see them right here, back in June. They had a blockchain roundtable with even Lockheed Martin. Insane. So very cool to see Constellation side by side with these organizations, and Mr. Benjamin Diggles right here, discussing space resilience for automakers. And remember, Constellation's protocol can process data from self-driving cars, a satellite, or any number of other devices. In space where data fidelity is critical and a human presence is not always feasible, a secure method of enabling and storing communication between devices is essential. DLTs, distributed ledger technologies such as Constellation Network with their Hypergraph, have applications in supply chain management and finance, both of which will also be needed by astronauts and even robots. There is no doubt that a platform as robust as Constellation can assist in making space exploration safer for all of us. Cybersecurity for big data. You can also follow Space Isaac, and they have their website right here. So remember, on Hedera's website, hedera.com, you can come up to HBAR, click this, and actually see this chart yourselves. For the HBAR overview, we can also click Governance right here. And here are the legends of industry, the Hedera Global Governing Council, building the future together. Up to 39 highly diversified organizations. Now they start off centralized and then begin decentralizing this network. It is in these networks' best interest to have a very high token price to protect the network as well. So each council member is committed to network innovation, stability, and its continued decentralization. If you guys want to watch this video, highly recommend it. And let's take a look at a few of these groups. We have IBM, Google, FIS, think Fidelity, Chainlink Labs, DBS, one of the largest banks, assets under management in Singapore. We can see Boeing, Tata, which is just a huge multi-conglomerate based out of India. And guess what? Also connected directly with XRP with their Quartz solution. So I love this little infographic. You guys can scroll through this and take a look at them, when they were a member, when they joined. And something I want to point out is DBS has a crypto digital exchange based out of Singapore. They have Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and guess who else they listed? XRP. So I'd imagine now that they're a governing council, they're going to be listing HBAR on their digital exchange. We even have LG right here. Shinhan Bank, based out of Seoul, South Korea, they already did the proof of concept for a central bank digital currency operating with Hedera. Oh, and Deutsche Telekom. There's too many big groups. Nomura. It's huge, so I'm probably forgetting a bunch. And here's a quote by Benjamin Graham to call it a day. In the short run, the market is a voting machine. In the long run, it's a weighing machine. So we're seeing all our votes on CoinMarketCap, seeing which assets are doing well. I saw Dogecoin going up, so congrats to anybody that's interested in Doge. I couldn't care less. But the long term is going to be weighing the value of these networks. Of course, these are some of my favorite assets. I also have some better metaverse and NFT plays that I'm definitely interested in. And I also think that crypto, KYC, know your customer, even digital identifiers are going to be extremely important for the future. So I'm watching a few assets in that realm as well. Nonetheless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. All links of active services in the crypto market and exchanges that I use on a daily basis can be found in the video description. Appreciate all that like and sub, and until next time.